Hi everyone, welcome to the Just That Spice Kitchen. If you're new here, this is a website that I created, justthatspice.com, to share recipes for Indian cuisine, specifically South Indian cuisine. However, I do some other recipes on this website that might be more things that I make for my family that will probably be helpful if others want to make it as well, so I share it. But today's recipe is actually for chicken shawarma. Now, this is by no means an authentic Middle Eastern recipe the way I make it. However, it's just my version so that you can share it, try it, share it with your family and friends. It's a pretty quick and easy recipe as long as you prepare the marinade and the chicken ahead of time. And the convenience of this recipe is basically you can make this outside on the grill or indoors in your oven. And that gives great versatility to this recipe because basically you don't have to wait just for grill season to make it. So what I'm going to do here today is on this channel, I'm going to share with you how I make this marinade. And then it's a yogurt-based marinade. And then once it's set and ready to go, I will either grill it or put it in the oven and show you how that process is done. So let's get started. So I'm going to just show you what the ingredients are for this marinade, and it's pretty simple. I have right here, I have full-fat yogurt, plain yogurt. You can use Greek-style yogurt as well. And I have a mixture here of shawarma seasoning. The shawarma seasoning that I use, I like two brands. I like Roland's and I also like New York Shook. Can be found at your local grocery stores. However, any shawarma seasoning from a Middle Eastern store is doable with this recipe. It's basically cinnamon, cumin, coriander. It's a mix of spices, but I find it so much easier to buy the pre-mixed spice blend so that it makes your life easier. But there's salt in there, some dried mint, and some black pepper. What I'm going to do is add all of these ingredients. Ginger garlic paste is right here, and I have a little bit of avocado oil here too. So I'm going to add all these ingredients to the plain whole milk yogurt, and I'm going to mix it all together, mix the chicken in, and then we'll set this marinade up on the chicken. So right here I have that spice blend, dried spice blend mixture. I'm going to put that into the yogurt mixture. And then I have the ginger garlic paste to add. And then I'm going to add this avocado oil to this as well. Even though the chicken that I'm using has some fat that will release in the cooking process, I just want to add a little bit of avocado oil so that it won't stick to the grill, it won't stick to the pan if I was making it in the oven. And it actually gives a little more depth of flavor for this marinade to adhere to the chicken. The reason we're using full-fat yogurt is low-fat or fat-free yogurt has a lot of filler like water, and so when you marinate it, your marinade will become way too watery for this recipe. And then putting that wet a chicken, when the chicken's already moist and has water content, putting that wet chicken onto a grill or any type of in oven would make it not as crispy as you'd want it on the edges. So that's the reason I'm doing that. So I have here boneless, skinless chicken thighs that was already thawed and fresh, cleaned. I made sure I unraveled. Sometimes the chicken thighs are curled up when they're in the packaging. So make sure you unravel it and make sure it's laying flat in the marinade. This is about, I don't know, 20 or so pieces. So I've made this marinade recipe for about 20 pieces. If it's less or more chicken thighs that you're using, you can always adjust the quantity. Or if it's just too strong a spice blend for you, you can adjust that quantity as well. The other thing about boneless, skinless chicken thighs is that I've kept a lot of fat on it and made sure that I had just enough fat, because once it's on the grill or in the oven, that fat is flavor. So we want to make sure that we keep some of the fat on and then cook it accordingly. And that's the perfect way to cook it when you're doing it on an open grill. So here I've started to mix this chicken into the marinade. Be careful, make sure you use gloves so you don't splatter yourself with chicken marinade. And thoroughly mix it. Make sure all the pieces of chicken are coated. And this is going to sit, like I said, for up to 24 hours. You can do 8 to 12 hours to get the maximum or the minimum amount of flavor. If possible, do it up to 24 hours. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cover this and get it into the fridge, and I'll see you in another 24 hours. Here we are. The chicken has been marinating for about 24 hours. The max is 24 hours. I let it marinate overnight. It looks about 20 pieces of chicken here marinated. The grill is heating. I think we had it heated for 400 degrees Fahrenheit. In the indoor oven, you can also heat it to 400, 425, depending on your oven's intensity. But at the same time, if you're heating it on the grill, I think about 5 to 7 minutes per side until you get the amount of char that you want. I'm asking my grill master, my husband. So indoors though, if it's at 400 or 425, you want to let it go for like 25 to 30 minutes. You could even, if your oven isn't as intense, maybe put it on broil for the last 10 minutes on high and just get that char. But you have to watch it. You can't just leave it and let it go and come back at another time and then it'll burn. So make sure you time it, you heat it properly according to your grill or your oven, and let's get started. Here we are layering those chicken pieces onto the grill in a single layer. And if you can see, they're flat. Make sure you lay it on the grill flat so you can get the maximum amount of cooked flavor. And these little pieces, what we like to call chef's pieces, are good to have on because that's your taste tester. Make sure you keep a careful eye on those pieces because they're going to cook much faster than the normal size pieces. But there we got it. I haven't counted, but I think it's about 20 pieces. We're going to flip these on the 4, 5, 6 minute mark. Again, play it by ear according to your grill. You have to be good at the grill to really estimate when to turn them. Check to see that one side is cooked. And zoom in a little bit. You can kind of see the grill marks on the char here. Before he put these on the grill, he did spray with some avocado oil spray for the grill. Avocado oil has a high cooking temperature. About 400 to 500 degrees is the maximum cooking temperature for avocado oil. So it's perfect for this kind of cooking. Looks good, right?
Looks great.
As you can see, he has saved those chef's pieces. Oh yeah, the seasoning is really perfect for this. Tastes really good. Any remarks about the chicken shawarma we're grilling? I'm putting him on the spot.
Well, I think when you're cooking chicken like this outdoors, I mean, heat and temperature, depending on how much your grill kind of burns, what the temperature is at your grill and what that does, I think that's really important. And to your point, just watching it more frequently and turning it often as needed, I think that's your best bet.
So the versatility of this dish, you could serve this up with some hummus, tabbouleh, pita wedges, but we typically just have this with rice. We pair it with maybe a yogurt sauce, tzatziki or raita. You can put it in a pita pocket and do a gyro. So there's many ways you can use this throughout the week. Looks good.
Yep.
here we have it. We have our chicken shawarma. I've just taken a couple of pieces right here for you to see. Depending on the spice blend that you use, it could be darker or it could be lighter in color, the chicken. But on the grill, definitely after you take it off, you want to tent it and let it rest so its juices can redistribute within the meat. And then just serve it up the way you like it, with some yogurt sauce or some hummus, rice. And what do you guys think? I know you all had chef's pieces. And what do you think about the flavor? Give me your input.
Looks great.
How does it taste?
Tastes great. Yeah.
Spicy?
No. No, not at all. It should have more spice.
It should have more spice?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But you know we cook mild here, right?
Yeah,
My kids like it spicy, but I like to make it palatable for all. But thank you very much for tuning in. Like it, share it, subscribe it if you wish, and I hope you will tune in for our next video. All the recipes and ingredients for this recipe actually will be on www.justadspice.com. Thanks again. See you next time.